A lot of people are gonna hate me for saying this. Hate me for saying this, being so critical of a film, in one film in a very terrifically done franchise. How to Train Your Dragon 3. Now, just the third film. The last two films are great, are amazing, in fact. But the last one in the franchise sucked. Now, I'm gonna see a bunch of random hate comments saying, "Oh, you're being judgmental," and that's what a critic is supposed to do, buddy. I'm sorry that you have the wrong opinion, but here's the right opinion. It sucks. It's actually a really badly done film. First of all, the characters from the last two films are completely off. Now, let's go for the first main two characters, Hiccup and Toothless. Hiccup is essentially a tool to get the movie going. And Toothless just turned into a complete, I'm sorry to say this, a-hole. Literally going, "See ya!" Literally right when his friend needs his help. And then, without any warning at all, he's back saving him. I feel like these scenarios are just way too overly done. And I'm gonna rag on the Light Fury for a bit. She's also just a tool. Literally, majority of the characters that have a big role in the plot are just tools. They're not interesting whatsoever. And Grimmel's backstory makes zero sense. Like, okay, I killed this one Night Fury, time to go on a murder spree. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not how real humans function. If you really want to be realistic, you should give them a deeper backstory. And the Death Grippers, I hate to say it, although I admit their color scheme is cool, and the fact that they have this poison that can be used against them, which makes no sense in the real world, by the way. The color scheme's great, the fact that they're poisonous dragons is great, it's just their design is literally copy-paste, literally a hybridization of the previous two dragon villains from the last two films. You know, the Bewilderbeast and the Red Death. It's literally just a carbon copy. Like, did they just run out of ideas? Did they go halfway through the production like, "Oh, well, you know what, we're just gonna go rehash the designs. The jokes aren't funny. The jokes aren't funny at all. Like, the first two films had jokes, but it was mostly serious. Here, it can't even take itself as seriously as it should. Like, I'm all for comedy relief, but come on, guys. Like, they skim through the emotional moments just to get to what the film considers to be the important parts. And the forced romance between Toothless and the Light Fury, whom I'm going to name Diamond, sucks on so many levels. It's not her design, it's her personality. It's completely blank, with nothing more than a tool for the film to do its thing, you know? And I don't know why the characters forgot that the alpha cannot control the babies. They literally say in the second film that the babies cannot be controlled by the alpha because they don't listen to anyone. They could have just used them. But no, we have to have this stupid plot convenience, and I absolutely hated it. And I'm going to say this film was so bad, when I walked out of the theater, I didn't feel the emotions from the last two films. I didn't feel the emotions from the last two films. No, all I felt was blinding hate. Absolute blinding hate that they took the lazy route instead of doing something actually good. It really sucks when I have to point out these things when other people are too dumbfounded to find these problems in the film. Toothless is literally the equivalent of Sonic from Sonic Boom. You know that scene in Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric where Sonic just traps Lyric and just goes, "Oh, I'll see you in 1,000 years." That's literally what I felt when Toothless left Hiccup and then had no intention of coming back. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna screw up a relationship that good, then you really, really are the king of assholes. I hate to say it, but there was no reason for that. There was no reason for that stupid plot convenience. Death Grippers are the most laziest design in the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Yet they're still canon because of the games. I'm sorry. It's not a good film. I wait your crybaby comments. I'm sorry, but nobody has the guts to call this film out for its constant rubbing in your face that, haha, this is the last film. Let's rub it in our face. Huh, how does Shrek do its last film? Oh, okay. We have a bit of we have a good plot line. How does Ice Age 4 do? Not as good, but still good. Pretty good. How does How to Train Your Dragon 3 end? How does the How to Train Your Dragon franchise end? Complete nonsense. This story is all contrived in the laziest form of writing. If these directors are too lazy to proof watch their film, then why should I watch theirs? It's a complete waste of money. It's a complete waste of time. I do not recommend this film. I recommend their last two films because those were great. I do not consider How to Train Your Dragon 3 to be canon. I do not. The Light Fury is only canon by game association.